Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, when we left off, we had taken a castle that had a siege tower, and I was not very happy about that, but we have now, as you can see, for some reason I always start the episode when we're looking at our kingdom budget. Maybe it's just because I like seeing the numbers, because this has never happened before, and I think it's really cool to actually see what's going on with our profits. But as you can see, look at all the taxes. The taxes are amazing, and our investments are giving us 4.8 million. Yes, 4.8 million. And obviously the state is taking a huge amount, research investments taking a huge amount, and 5.8 million. Yes, 5.8 million. That is our total profit for this week. It's insane, absolutely insane. And as you can see, we have also gained the next level of technology, which means we have plus 25 extra soldiers per Lord's party, and we have plus 5% income. So does that mean that we have plus 25? No, just our Lords gaining plus 25. Well, that's a little bit of a shame, I have to say. Oh well, doesn't really matter too much. But yes, as you can see here, I have been recruiting a couple of Dagnabia Lancers. Now what I did do is, off screen, I went over to Zendar, I gave the castle to myself, and I tried to see whether I could change the official religion of my faction, but that was not available for some reason. I could change the religion of the town, but I couldn't change the religion of the faction, so not entirely sure how I can do that. I mean, I'm sure that some of you know, but anyway, maybe you can enlighten me in that regard, but otherwise, I think I know what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to be waiting here for some time. And, oh yes, Hashala has become under siege once again. I very much hope that, yes, I very much hope that someone around there will decide to defend against whoever it was. Mundalia, I think it was. Mundalia, yes. And otherwise, I did receive a comment that said, are you going to be taking the castles back? Well, yes, I am going to be taking the castles back, but what I'd like to do right now is just focus on these two towns. Because if I can focus on the towns, then the Rodoks will have greatly reduced income, and hopefully that will then mean that they'll be able to field, well, smaller armies, and then that would in turn mean that we have much greater power. But unfortunately, the Agonic Order is making that a little bit difficult, as well as everyone basically wanting to raid our villages every single second, which I have to say is pretty annoying. But anyway, let's recruit these Lancers. And should we get some musket men as well? I mean, we may as well. Let's just take a look at them, I suppose. The Varangian Guards, apparently someone said was amazing, but that's the thing. I actually took a look at these, and they're not that good. They only have 4 shield skill, and otherwise they don't really have much. But apparently, according to you, they have a really high power strike. I don't know whether that's correct, really, because we did take a look at them, but I'm going to go for at least 10 of them, I suppose. Now, there are a couple of, as you can see here, oh my, yes, a couple of vassals that are defecting from various factions and they're wanting to join us. So let's get some armored musketeers. That sounds good to me. And let's take a look at the lancers. So they do actually start with horses, which is really nice. That is really nice. And we're going to be changing their armor because we have some rusty half armor here, which is just insane. Really, really nice. They have great lances and otherwise not actually that bad. I do have to remove my Crusader King horse right now because it is injured. But as you can see, they're using a horse with 36 armor. Pretty nice maneuverability. I could give them a stubborn hunting horse instead. I think I might want to do that. There we go. And everything else is pretty reasonable. Their rapier is perfectly fine to use. I mean, I'm using a pretty similar one. It's not actually, you know, I mean, it's a little bit better, but otherwise I think we're fine to leave them as they are. And let's upgrade them, shall we? It's going to cost 930. This is, yeah, absolutely fine. So let's take a look. What are they doing? 7 riding skill. That's insane. Wow. And 3 shield, that's always good. 17 strength, that's pretty nice. And 60 HP. Okay, so they're going to be pretty nice on the fields of battle. We have 20 of them. So hopefully they'll help. But obviously we're not going to be doing a field battle, so, well, they are pretty good in melee as it is, so I don't think we'll really need to worry about them dying too easily or anything like that. But let's actually just take a look here real quick. Okay, so King Agostino is actually in here, which I'm kind of a bit worried about, but we're just going to do it anyway. Quinius has 7 in engineering, so this should be fast. And yeah, there we go. Wow, that was very quick. So I was hoping that they would actually come outside and decide to take us on there, but no, of course, we're not going to get that lucky. But let's actually just take a look and see if we can beat them with our archers. Maybe we'll be able to do some rather nice damage before we head in there, and maybe just weaken the defenses up just a little bit. Well, as you can see, it's actually not going too badly so far. We have killed, wow, a pretty considerable number already, 26. And we do have a number more to take out before we are going to be charging in. But I just thought that maybe I would take a look up here and see... Oh, yes, this is a very classic layout. But, yeah, I don't think it should be... I don't think it's too bad. I think we should be fine here. But I'm just wanting to... Oh, hello there. Okay, so it seems as though I am going to be charging my infantry in right now, and obviously charging the cavalry in as well, because if they enter the battle, then obviously I want them to just charge in straight away. And we're going to tell our archers to go a little bit closer to the action. So let's see if we can get inside here without dying. That would be nice. So let's see if I can... Oh. Well, that didn't work out too well, did it? No, that didn't work out too well. Was not anticipating the huge damage that I was going to get there, but apparently that was Diggory's fate. Yes, that's not very good, was it? Alright, so it seems like I've gotten onto the battlements, and I'm a little bit worried about this, because obviously I'm by myself, but I really felt like it was important for us to get by here, so that I could potentially take out the archers that are currently dealing the most damage to our forces, and maybe that would then mean that our archers would be able to focus on weakening up the enemy infantry instead of trying to shoot these guys. I don't know whether... Have they actually tried to shoot them? No, it doesn't seem like it. Well, that's not very good. Oh well, anyway, new enemies have arrived. Am I going to charge them in? I actually don't know about that right now, but I do know that I just lost focus, so that's not too good. But I think it might be an idea, so let's charge in our infantry. And our archers don't really seem to be doing very much, so maybe I should just tell them to charge in as well, but even then I'm a little bit worried about it. Okay, so let's go and focus yet again and see if we can eliminate a couple of these before our infantry get in here. We want to make sure that we have the most spacing possible, because if we don't, we're going to get swarmed, and that's not going to be very nice. Okay. Yeah, it might be that I need to go over to the other archers and kill them as well. As you can see, they're dealing a lot of damage right now. Or it could be these guys. So I'm just going to jump on them. Yes, Diggory. Jumping on people. That's exactly what everyone wants to see, obviously. He wants to ravage these fellows from behind. So, yes, here we go. Let's do it. Oh, who's that? Oh, very fancy armor. Very fancy. Come on, kick him. Kick him off the edge. Okay, fine. I'll just use my shield. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, that's King Agostino himself. Of course it was. Of course it was. He had to be there because obviously he was very fancy looking, wasn't he? Yes, very fancy. Okay, so I'm going to tell our archers just to charge in now. I don't really think we need them outside any further. I'm just going to try and slice my way through the crossbowmen, and hopefully I'll be able to get up here and take out these guys so that they stop distracting our archers. That's the main problem here. Come on, kill them. Kill them all. Yes, there we go. That's what we like to see. Okay, so, yeah, this is now a slaughter box. This is an absolute slaughter box here for them, which is fantastic for us, obviously. And, wait a minute. Aha, yes, some cavalry are staying there because obviously I did not tell them to charge in. So now I'm telling them to charge in, and this is good. Now, yes, this is what I mean by slaughter box, by the way. There are huge amounts of crossbowmen just standing basically side by side to each other, and this is very bad for them because they can't shoot. They can't shoot apart from the front ones. So, yeah, it's actually kind of hilarious. Can you charge in already, infantry, cavalry, and all the other people? Can you just charge in and help me out here a little bit? That would be kind of nice. Yes, there we go. Okay, so they're coming in now, so I can heal myself a little bit here. There we are. Yes. Okay, so let's go for some focus here and try and get a couple more kills. Let's go. Yes. Okay, so we do have some very large two-handed axes coming in to help us here, so that's going to be kind of nice, but obviously we do have to be a little bit cautious because they don't have shields, but I think we're fine. I think we're absolutely fine, so we could just... Yes, here we go. This is kind of a foregone conclusion now. Thank you very much for letting me know that Jacquella is actually not a very difficult siege, because I was a little bit worried about it, so that's kind of nice. And I guess we're just going to continue slashing away here. Okay, well, we're starting to slice through them now. It's actually taken us about 5 minutes to get to this point because there are just so many of them, and they are not letting up for a second. They are just continually spawning in here. I am very, very hopeful that this is going to be the last wave. If it isn't, then we're going to be in some trouble, maybe. But other than that, yep, there we go. We've gotten through, so now it's just a matter of slicing away and finishing this up. So that's rather nice. Jacquella fell very, very easily, and hopefully Valuca is going to be very, very similar to that. But there it is. Look at all of our units covered in the enemy's blood, and obviously Diggeriers as well. But yes, we know a good, what is it? Laundrette? Dry cleaner? Whatever. Anyway, as you can see, 435 were taken out. 2 of them were lords, of course, so they were wounded, and they're going to escape. Ah, that's such a shame. I really wanted to take them. Okay, well, here we go. We have some lancers. Oh, there's some Varangian guards, so we can actually take a look at the skills of those people, and maybe we can take some billmen as well. Well, we can actually take a lot of them. I'm not used to having this much space, actually. So that's primarily the reason. Okay, so we do unlock some more units as we go. So I think I'm probably going to take these, and we're going to unlock it in about a month, I think, unless I spend some more money to artificially increase it. But I don't really see the necessity in that. But anyway, let's take some peasant women as well. And is there anything else here? Oh no, I thought that read 58, but it reads 38. So actually not that good, but yeah, I'm not going to take anything else here. I'm actually kind of fine on money. And who are we going to give this to? Well, that's the thing. I think High Jarl Valsafor might actually be really good for this, so I'm going to give that to him. There we go. And now we have access to our tailor. Yeah, we have access to our tailor again, so I can actually make really, really good armor again. So that's kind of nice. Otherwise, let's see. Wait, is the tailor the leather worker person? Yeah, I think it is. Wait, let's just actually go in there and see. Because I do actually have a couple of pieces of crafting materials that I could use. Yeah, I think it is. Is it? Wait, let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Leather armor. That's fantastic. So, yeah, I don't have leather plate, but I can probably buy some of that with the guild. So, yeah, if I just go along here, let's see if I can actually make something a little bit better. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. That's what I'm wearing right now, by the way, in case you missed it beforehand. And, yeah, that's what our Huskarls and things are wearing as well. So that's 64. It's not really that much better than what our Lancers are wearing right now, so don't really need to. I do have a bad reputation with the Lord here. Yes, I do have a bad reputation with High Jarl Valsafor, so I can't go into the marketplace, which is hilarious in itself. I do really need to go back and woo some people a little bit, pay them off, so to speak, and I can't even go to the tavern, which is really kind of a shame. But the main reason why I want to actually do something here with the with giving Jacquella to Valsafor is to make sure that he is going to garrison this really, really well, because obviously the AI lords usually have a really good, well, shall we say, a high rate of recruiting and basically defending the garrison, whereas I'm lazy, I don't usually do that. Danmian Castle is going to stay with basically 91 units in the garrison there, and I doubt we're ever going to get more there, so that's primarily the reason why I would like to have a lord looking after a town. So let's see what's going on here. Seems to be a couple of vassals walking by. They're not really doing much. They're probably going to, yeah, they're going to try and raid some villages, aren't they? Yes, they're going to try and raid some villages. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Well, anyway, I don't really think we have anything to worry about, so to speak. So let's have a look at the Varangian Guard, which is what we're attempting to do initially. So let's have a look. Okay, so they have 4-inch shield, and our Iron Flesh is from the technological level that we have at the moment, and that's basically it. They don't have anything else really that is kind of worth their cost, I think, and it does take 7 days for them to be recruited from a castle, so not necessarily that good, unfortunately, but anyway, let's go back to Danmian Castle and see what's going on with our recruits there, because they should almost be done. Let's get the good attrition trait. I already have it, of course. So let's have a look. Okay, so 2 days for the musketeers. Okay, well, that's fine. So let's go... actually, wait a minute. Let's go back to the garrison here real quick. I just want to put in these camp followers and the naked men, because I don't really need to use them. And let's take some... Should we take some Vanishing guards? Sure, let's take some Vanishing guards. Why not? They have pretty nice shield skill, and that's always going to be rather useful, so we can always change them around as well, because they're wearing some pretty nice armor, but I can give them better, so let's do that. And their sword is absolutely terrible, though. Their sword is awful, so I guess I'm going to give them the rusty rapier instead. And they're using a Nordic shield and a glaive. Glaive's going to be pretty useful for field combat if we're ever against cavalry. It's going to take 2,300 to upgrade them, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, so now we have 175 total, and I think maybe Valuca would be a good thing to go for. I don't know where King Agostino is, and I don't know how Hashala is going. I don't know how the siege is going over here. Oh, it seems like he just ran away. Apparently he just ran away, so that's perfectly fine with me. So otherwise, we're just going to go to Valuca and see what's going on there. Hello, Corellion. Oh, apparently someone from the Agonic Order is now attempting to take Hashala. I am finding the Agonic Order to be a very annoying opponent. So maybe we're going to focus on them after the Rodoks have been eliminated. Maybe that would be a suitable idea. Who's that? Pietro. Hello, Pietro. You're being chased by that guy. That's rather hilarious. Okay, so... Oh, yes. One of you mentioned that you wanted to see my tax inefficiency. My tax inefficiency is that. 17,000. I don't actually know whether that's any good or well, bad or whatever, but we're gaining a good amount of profit thanks to our residences, of course, and we are losing a huge amount of revenue at Zendar because our dye works is saving all of the goods, and I haven't told them not to save it yet. So that's a bit bad of me, but it's okay. So as you can see, we have 387 here. Ah. Oh, and apparently Archer Sealaus is here. Apparently he was captured and taken prisoner. That's not very nice, is it? Okay, well, I suppose we're going to be besieging it, and it is a ladder town, so we're going to get even better advantages here. I don't want to fight in the nighttime, so hopefully he'll complete it in the morning. Yeah, kind of. There we go. Early morning should be fine, so let's go in. So now there are a huge amount of vassals defecting to us, and I'm actually wondering whether I should just take them? But that's the thing, I kind of want to just have an elite force of vassals that actually listen to what we want to do, instead of everyone just running around with chaos going on. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet. Because if I was kind of closer to ending the conquering of Calradia, then obviously I would just take everyone I could. But as it stands, it doesn't really seem like that would be a good idea, because we're just gonna... I don't know, we're just going to have huge amounts of problems with relation. We're going to have a huge amount of people defecting and attempting to take fiefs away from us, and it's just going to be a whole mess. But that's the thing, that's the reason why I'm kind of wanting to do it a little bit differently this time, because usually I'm just like, yeah, let's go and take all those guys, and it's all going to be fantastic, and it's all going to be great. But this time around, I'm kind of wanting to have a sort of tight-knit, really strong vassal force, and I'm hopeful that that's actually going to be the case. But anyway, let's go and charge our infantry in and see what we can do. Obviously, our archers are going to be really, really nice back here. And let's see what happens. I am actually a little bit worried about being killed here, because obviously they do have a huge amount of crossbowmen, and they do have 3 vassals in the garrison here as well, and that is going to be pretty difficult to deal with, because the vassals usually mean that the forces will be fighting a little bit harder. I know that it doesn't really have that much effect on gameplay, as far as I'm aware, but it seems to always make their units able to fight a lot harder and a lot faster, and it's just not very nice to deal with, but okay. Hello. Yes, goodbye. Thank you. Okay, so otherwise, let's just heal our fellows. heal ourselves. And I think... What are you doing? Can you move? Yes, thank you. Okay, so they were just kind of standing there, not really doing much. I'm going to go over here and kill the crossbowman yet again. I was going to try and help that guy, but it seems like he's got it under control. And we're now going to, I think, tell our archers to charge in as well, because we do need them. We do need their assistance, I think. There we go. Not too bad. And do we have an additional amount of stairs? No. We just have these one stairs. So that's fine, I guess. But we have eliminated everyone on the battlements, so that's fine. And now we're going to go for some focus. And maybe a crowd surf? Maybe a crowd surf is available. I'm actually unsure. Maybe? No, I don't think there's that many, which is a little bit of a shame. Oh, yep, we did it, kind of. But remember the last time we did that, I think we died. So, need to be a little bit careful about that. Okay, so, yes, this is where it's a little bit worrisome. Okay, I'm gonna have to use their bodies as cover. Yes, there we go. The slaughter, the diggery slaughter is upon us. Yes, very nice. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to slash away at a bunch of these, and we're going to obviously get a huge amount of reinforcements. Alright, well, it seems like that is going to be it for this siege. As you can see by the amount of bodies, we have literally just slaughtered them where they stood, and that's it. That is absolutely it. 49 morale, 33 renown as our reward there. We are losing a lot of archers, but I feel as though it's kind of necessary. I don't know whether it really is, but it's fine because they are recruitable in 4 days, and I can get a huge amount of them in no time. So yeah, there it is. 433 were killed, and we now have to deal with them in the streets. Ah, well, that's kind of a bit of a shame, isn't it? Okay, Quinius, you cannot perish. You cannot perish in this. You cannot perish. Come on now. Let's do this. Okay, Mateld is also here. Okay, let's do it then. Of course Quinius would perish. Wonderful, isn't it? Okay, well, come on, kill him, thank you. And kill that one as well. And we have another one back there. I'm going to get my bow out. Yes, take him out, thank you. And anyone else? Nope, that appears to be it. Okay. And now we have to go into the keep as well. No, we don't. We don't have to go into the keep. Okay. So, yes, just a quick 33 renown there, and we have freed this guy, and he actually still likes us quite a bit, so that's rather nice. Anyway, we now have a large amount of people to recruit here, or rescue, should I say. And let's see, let's get some veteran archers back, heavy infantry. I have another 4 spaces, but that's it. It's kind of a bit of a shame, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess I'll just take those. Don't really know what else to take, really. I mean, I don't know what these units actually become, which is kind of a shame, because if I knew, then I might be able to recruit some better ones. But okay, that's absolutely fine. So, yes, I think, are we going to give this to Archer Sealouse? I don't know, he's so terrible, but he likes us. So I don't know. Let's just give it to Clay instead then, I suppose. There we are. Okay, so we took both towns very, very swiftly indeed, and as you can see, the Rodox are on their last legs. They only have Grunwalder Castle, Ergelon Castle, Reindy Castle, and Almera Castle. So with that, I will be ending this episode off here, and next time, we're gonna try and eliminate the Rodox. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.